These are the top 10 list of jobs to avoid if you don't want to be poor. These jobs, when you do them, there is every tendency that you can never be rich in Nigeria. Number one is a teacher. We all know teachers in Nigeria, they are hardly paid well. The same thing applicable to lecturers. Lecturers is even better. But a teacher, some of them receive as low as 20,000 naira in a month. 20,000 naira in a month. This 20,000 is what some people earn abroad for just 1 hour. But Nigerian teachers, they earn between 20,000 to 70,000 naira. Sometimes you see in a particular school, private or even government, they will charge a people, one of the students, maybe over 100 and something thousand naira for one term. But you see that the teacher that is teaching that child is earning just 30,000 naira or even 40,000 naira. What am I even talking about? 20,000 naira. If you are in this profession, you may never be rich in your life. Number two is a delivery man, the one you people call this dispatch rider. Me and you, we all know that this dispatch rider, they earn between 20,000 to 50,000 naira. So if you're earning that amount of money in a month, how are you going to get rich in this Nigeria? You can never. No miracle will ever happen if you say go get money. If not that money, they depend on without doing any other business. Number three is gate man. You know now, that particular guy that opens your door, your gate, and close it. You and I know that what you pay that guy is less than even $50. What did he even pay himself? Now maybe 20,000, whatever. You just give him one room in your compound. You think you're doing him a favor. He'll wash your cars and you pay him less. Meanwhile, if any danger wants to come into your house, as big as you are, it is that person first. You're supposed to pay that person very well. So if you are in this profession of gate man, you can never be rich in Nigeria. Number four, a lot of people will say I'm lying, but let me tell you, number four is a journalist. If you're a journalist in Nigeria, let me tell you, you can never be a rich person in Nigeria. Quote me anywhere. Any journalist you see in Nigeria that is living very, very comfortably, let me tell you, there are things that are involved. It is either he is being favored by some of his guests, or some people, because they see him or her on TV, they want to dash that person money, or they make their money via what they call brown envelope. I don't want to go into details of that because before they'll come for me. But let me tell you, if you're a journalist in Nigeria, there is every possibility that you will never be rich, because a lot of these media houses, they don't pay their staffs at all. They don't pay. They will tell you, after all, you go and cover these events, they dash you money. So why should we pay you? That is number four, journalists. If you're a journalist or you want to go into that profession, there is every possibility that you will never be rich. Anyone you see that is very, very rich, living a flamboyant lifestyle, is either he's stealing from the company, or some of his friends or guests or political people are dashing him or her money. Yes. Number five, if you are a conductor, Usibega, Usibega, Oshodi, 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 Ikorodi, Ikorodu. If you be conductor, you can never be rich in Nigeria. Never. You know, get as you want, but you can never be rich. Let me tell you, because a lot of these conductors, what they do, they earn between 2,000 to 5,000 naira in a day. Some of them, they go steal 2,000 naira from the money they collect from passengers. The remaining 3,000 naira may be their normal daily whatever. A lot of these conductors, they will go to Olosho houses or drink beer, finish all the money in a day with the hope that the next day they're going to make that same amount of money. So they don't even have time to save. So if you're in that profession, you can never be rich. Number six, if you're a police officer or army officer, there's every possibility that you can never be rich in Nigeria. Yes, if you Google how much America are paying their policemen in a month, how much Dubai is paying their policemen, you will know that you are suffering as a policeman or an army man. Now, just recently, they increased their money to how much, Marcel? Before, a normal constable is collecting about 40,000 naira, then 45,000 naira. So, how do you expect to take care of 5 children and pay rent in a year? It's not possible. You can never be rich. Any normal young police officer that is not even up to the stage of ASP, and the guy is living comfortably where it is either maybe he's working with a very influential person, the person they dash him money, or he moved the money. Not us, I talk about. Yeah. Number seven, if you are a NEPA or PHCN staff, you and I know that you can never be rich. You know. The only place these people make their money is estimated billing. If the president can even scrap that estimated billing, a lot of times we've been hearing that they have prepaid meters in their stores. They don't want to distribute it because if they distribute prepaid meters, they won't be making that money they are making because they are still in them. See, sometimes they will not even bring lights for 1 month, but bill will still come to you. Who use the light? Well, no bring. So if you're part of them, you can never be rich in Nigeria because that is where they steal. That is that. Number 8, civil servant. If you are a civil servant in Nigeria, me and you know the minimum wage for civil servant is like 33,000 naira or whatever. So how do you intend to take care of 2, 3 children and even build your own house? An average civil servant that got into the job with maybe a university degree or whatever, if you want to retire or you don't, oh, you want 35 years into service, the highest they give that person is between 2 million and 7 million or whatever. That is if you even get the money, because you see some of them, they will be trekking, suffering, going to secretariat just because they want to get their money after retirement. Imagine if you don't even have a house, you'll be really living on rent, and they give you 7 million naira. You use like 5 million or 4 million, buy house or build house. Waiting go remain before 5 years. That money don't finish. So you can never be rich if you're a civil servant. Any civil servant that you see that is living flamboyantly is either stealing from the government or is maybe a top senior officer that is doing chua with contracts. That's how they are making their money. So if you're a civil servant or you want to be a civil servant in Nigeria, just know that you can never be rich in Nigeria. Number 9 is what we call caregiver, popularly known as housemaid. See, in the UK, anybody that is doing the job of caregiver is making good amount of money because nobody they agree do that shit. Go they clean person, yash, nobody does that anyhow. So if you're doing it, you make good amount of money in the UK and probably America. But in Nigeria, they can give you as low as 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 30, 30 even too much myself. And you're going to be living in the house 24/7. They will see in Nigeria, they will use you. They will make sure say that 30,000 naira you come off your body. They will use you. You can never be rich because a lot of times these influential and big people, they will not want to allow you to go. Most especially if you're too nice to them. Some no go even want they even do you well. They will just pay your normal salary. They don't go and increase them at all. They'll see it like a sin when they increase because they will always want you to be here. They won't want you to go up. So if you want to go into that job, you can never be rich in Nigeria. Last but not the least, I know this one when I tell you people now you'll never believe me, but number 10 is a banker. All the Nigerian bankers you are seeing, a lot of them are poor. All those ones they are putting tie, they're speaking funny English. A lot of them are poor. A lot of them, they got them employed with a diploma result. You know why? Because some of these banks, they don't want to pay their staffs good money, so they just intend to employ them with a diploma, the national diploma result. They don't employ them with degree. And a lot of them earn between 20,000 naira to 70,000 naira. Anybody who say I'm a banker and I'm earning 100 and something thousand, 200, just don't say maybe a manager or probably in one big shot like that. You know, you understand me? So any bank, see, check all of them. They're not really living. Some of them are not even proud to tell you that they are bankers. See, there's a banker that I know. He earns 20,000 at the end of the month. 20,000 a year. You know why? Because he's a marketer. They will tell you need to meet this target. If you cannot bring up to 30 million or 20 million in a month, anything you get, you take. Some of them go home with 5,000 naira because they are marketers. They are being given target. That is their job specially. So that is why a lot of our girls, when they go into that job, they will go and be following men up and down. The men can even sleep with them just because they want to bring customers into the bank. So if you see a regular banker that is driving a car, forming big girl, they don't work more and where. She don't bring enough customer, they don't work more and where. You don't understand. So a lot of them, if you want to be a banker, just know that, see, even normal hustler for road man say get money past bankers. But you think they have money. They don't, shingban, they don't get. So if you want to go into that profession in Nigeria, understand me, I say in Nigeria, you can never be rich. You understand me? Please, if I mention your job, don't take it personal. Now just based on research we will do. I hope this will sink into your head.